everyone, and welcome to MyniQ podcast. I'm your host, and I'll be sharing short English stories and conversations with you every day. Today's episode is The Balloonist, and the text level is 5. Learn about tricky action words and sayings, and how to talk about things when you know which thing you mean or how much of something. Stick around till the end for 5 quick questions to test your understanding. Alright then, let's get listening.
The Balloonist. It was the year 1783, and France was in the midst of a scientific revolution. Jean-François Pilatre de Rosier, a young inventor with a passion for flight, stood on the outskirts of Paris, his eyes fixed on the horizon. He had spent years studying the works of Sir Isaac Newton and was determined to create a machine that would take him into the skies. De Rosier's balloon, a magnificent creation of silk and hydrogen, stood tall behind him. It was a sight to behold, with its intricate patterns and delicate design. The inventor himself was a picture of confidence, his eyes shining with excitement as he prepared for the flight of a lifetime. With a deep breath, de Rosier climbed into the balloon's basket and gave the signal for launch. The crowd that had gathered to watch gasped in unison as the balloon soared into the air, lifting its occupant high above the rooftops of Paris. De Rosier fell free, his spirit soaring with the wind as he gazed out at the breathtaking view below.
Now, let's move on to the conversation between Billy McKelly and their teacher, Louis, after reading the novel.
I loved the way de Rosier's passion for flight was portrayed in the novel. It made me feel like I was right there with him, watching his balloon soar into the sky.
Yeah, and I love how it was set in 1783 France. It felt so real and immersive. I could almost smell the hydrogen gas and hear the crowd's reactions.
I know, right? The author did such a great job of bringing that time period to life, and de Rosier's character is just so inspiring. He's like a superhero for science.
Well, actually, Billy and Kerry, it's not exactly accurate to compare de Rosier to a superhero. While he was certainly a pioneer in the field of flight, his story is more complex than that.
Oh, yeah? What do you mean?
Well, for one thing, de Rosier's experiment with hydrogen was actually a bit of a disaster. He died in the accident, which made it really difficult for him to achieve his goals.
That's so true. I loved how the author highlighted the challenges and risks that de Rosier faced. It makes me appreciate his bravery all the more.
Yeah, and it's not like he was just some genius inventor who came out of nowhere. He had to overcome a ton of obstacles to get where he did.
Exactly, and I think that's one of the things I love most about this novel. It shows how science and history are connected in really cool ways.
Now, let's test your understanding of the novel and the dialogue with 5 questions. Question 1. In what year did France experience a scientific revolution? A. 1750. B. 1783. C. 1800. D. 1825. E. 1850. The answer is B. 1783. Question 2. What was the name of the inventor who created a machine to take him into the skies? A. Leonardo da Vinci. B. Jean-François Pilatre de Rosier. C. Albert Einstein. D. Isaac Newton. E. Galileo Galilei. The answer is B. Jean-François Pilatre de Rosier. Question 3. What was the material used to create de Rosier's balloon? A. Silk and helium. B. Silk and hydrogen. C. Cotton and oxygen. D. Wool and nitrogen. E. Leather and carbon dioxide. The answer is B. Silk and hydrogen. Question 4. Where did de Rosier prepare for his flight of a lifetime? I. The Eiffel Tower. B. The outskirts of Paris. C. The Louvre Museum. D. The Arc de Triomphe. E. The Palace of Versailles. The answer is B. The outskirts of Paris. Question 5. What was the outcome of de Rosier's experiment with hydrogen? I. He successfully flew to the moon. B. He died in an accident. C. He became a famous scientist overnight. D. He invented a time machine. E. He discovered a new planet. The answer is B. He died in an accident. That's it for today's quiz. How many did you answer correctly? Thanks for tuning in to my channel today. I hope you enjoyed the stories and conversations and found the quiz challenging yet fun. Don't forget to subscribe or follow us for more daily English learning content. Until next time, keep practicing your English and have a wonderful day.